Me Chandrakala Khanal, welcome to my maths class. Today I am going to find the volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder. This figure is a cylinder and this is its height. And this is its height. Look at its height. This also height. Height and then height. This is height. And this is its radius. This is its radius. And this also radius, and this also the radius. This also radius, these are same. This is radius. Okay. Now today I am going to find the volume of cylinder. Comparing the figure, I'm going to find the volume of cylinder comparing with the volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid. We already know the volume of cuboid is. Do you know what is the volume of cuboid? I think all of you know this. This is length times breadth times height. Volume of cuboid. Okay, with the help of volume of cuboid, we can find the volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder. For this, look at this. Look at this. What is this? What is this? Do you know what is this? What is this? This is a cuboid. Good. This is a cuboid. Good. Okay. Now I change this cuboid in the form of cylinder. I change this cuboid in the form of cylinder. And comparing the volume of cylinder and the cuboid, we are able to find the volume of cylinder. Okay, let's see how I can change this. When the object changes from one shape to another shape, the volume remains unchanged. When the shape of the object changes, but volume does not change. This cuboid. The volume of this cuboid is same when we change this in the another form. Means we can change this in the form of cylinder. Okay, look at this in the form of cylinder. We change cuboid in the form of cylinder. In the form of cylinder. Okay, now again look at this carefully. Carefully. How this changes, which part comes on which part. Okay, let's see this again. This is now in the form of cuboid. No, cuboid. When we change this cuboid in the form of cylinder, this length becomes circumference of the cylinder. Half the circumference of the cylinder. Length of the cuboid becomes half the circumference of the cylinder. And this part, look at this part. This is the breadth of the cuboid. This is breadth of the cuboid. This becomes the radius. Breadth becomes the radius of the cylinder. And this is height. Height also the height of the cylinder. Okay, let's see again. Let's change this again. Okay, see carefully, see carefully. And this part is the length of cuboid. When this changes to the form of cylinder, what will this happen? Let's see. What will this happen? Oh, let's see. This becomes the half of the this length becomes the half of the circumference. Now this whole is the circumference and this becomes the half of the circumference. This becomes the half of the circumference. Means length becomes the half of the circumference. No? Okay, look at on this figure. This length becomes the half of the circumference. Half of the circumference of the cylinder. No? This length becomes the half of the circumference of the cylinder. And breadth. Look at this. This was the breadth of the cylinder. Now this becomes the radius of the, this was the breadth of the cuboid. Now this becomes the radius of the cylinder. No? Look at on this. This breadth becomes the radius. And this was the height of the cuboid. This was the height of the cuboid. Now this is also the height of the cylinder. In cylinder, the height of cuboid is also the height of the cylinder. So height is same height of the cylinder. Height of the cuboid is same height of the cylinder. And you all know when the object changes from one form to another form, volume remains unchanged. No? Volume remains unchanged. So when this cuboid changes to the form of cylinder, volume of cuboid is same as the volume of cylinder. Means now we can find the volume of cylinder. How? Finding the volume of cuboid. When find the volume of cuboid, and with the help of this, we can find the volume of cylinder. Okay, look at on this board, whiteboard, and this length, this is length. This becomes half of the cylinder, no? Circumference, whole circumference, this is whole circumference, but this length, only the half of the circumference of the cylinder, means this much, only this much. Means length is half of the cylinder, means length equals to half of this cylinder, means this equals to half of the circumference, no, half of circumference. Circumference is, do you know what is circumference? Good, that is 2 pi r. So now cancelling this, the length becomes, how much it is? Pi r. No? Pi r. Length of the cuboid becomes half of the circumference, means only this much. Only this much. No. This is pi r. This is here. Now, height is also the height. No, height is same. Height is also the height of the cylinder. This height is also the height of the cylinder. And breadth becomes the radius. So B equals to radius of the cylinder. Height is height, but breadth is the radius of the cylinder. Okay, let's put here the values of L is pi r, no, half of circumference, times breadth is r, radius, and height is also the height. Let us multiply this. It becomes pi r square h, no? This becomes pi r square h. So now we are able to find the volume of cylinder. What is pi r square h? Is it clear? How we change cuboid in the form of cylinder, and we are able to find the volume of cylinder using the idea of volume of cuboid. Okay, thank you very much.